It is shown at the start of the movie, Parasites, mysterious alien creatures, invade the city from the sea. Then a sleeping man is in his room. One of the parasites crawls into his ear. Despite feeling irritated, the man goes back to sleep to calm himself. Shinichi, a young boy, appears on the scene. He is listening to music at night, wearing headphones. The parasite tries to enter his ear, but it is unable to. Shinichi feels an itching sensation and assumes it's an insect when it moves to his nose. He tries to throw it away, but ends up crushing it as he tries to pick it up. Then that parasite comes onto his hand skin after cutting it. His mother arrives just as he shouts, "Look, my hand's infected." But when his mother checks, his hand seems normal. The next morning, it is shown that Shinichi feels some irritation in his hand when he is at the dining table. Then a man is shown whose ear was infested. He stands in front of his wife. He opens his monstrous mouth, which was horrific, and he covers his wife's face with his huge mouth. This was happening because of the parasite. Then Shinichi comes on the scene and meets his friend on the way to school. She observes his mysterious actions. When he reaches school, something unusual happens to him, as his right hand gains immense strength. Returning home, he tries to bruise his hand, but his hand mysteriously defends itself. It is then shown that his hand has transformed into a parasite, and it begins communicating with Shinichi. Further, it is shown that it not only reads Shinichi's books, but also uses his laptop, because it was interested in human ways of living. Shinichi had stopped it from entering further into his body, so it had only infected his right hand and was controlling it. It declares its name as Migi and requests, "Never cut me off. I will not harm you because you are my host and entertainer." It now appears that Shinichi and Migi were forming a friendship bond. However, all other humans infected by parasites were causing chaos across the city, quenching their appetite by killing human beings. Contrarily, Migi drags Shinichi to a hotel where many parasites were eating human flesh. They mistake Shinichi for being fully infected and offer him flesh. But when they realize he is still human, they attempt to decapitate him. Migi defends Shinichi, fighting them, because Miji's survival also depends on Shinichi. News is broadcast that natives are being killed, but no one can identify the killer because parasites carry out the murders tactfully and covertly. Shinichi asks Migi, "Why don't you restrict other parasites from eating human beings?" Migi replies, "You also eat vegetables and other animals. In the same way, our food is humans. So what is wrong with it?" Migi can also sense the presence of parasites around them. One day at school, Migi tells Shinichi there is another parasite nearby. It turns out to be his teacher. Seeing Shinichi, the teacher realizes he is infected too, but she says, "There is no need to be afraid of me. I don't want to harm humans. I am studying human ways of life, so their attributes may remain in me." She introduces him to two more parasites, a police officer and a student. She says, "This police officer is my spouse, and we are expecting a baby. That baby will be human. We also want to live like humans. We don't need public executions. We just want to eat in private. Will you join our group?" But Migi disagrees. The next day, the same police officer comes to them. Migi warns Shinichi, "He has come to kill us because he knows we ended a parasite in the hotel." The police officer attacks, and Migi and Shinichi fight him. In the end, they kill him. Shinichi feels guilty for taking a life. Meanwhile, the parasite from the police officer's body transfers into another host. Shockingly, it is Shinichi's mother. Migi warns Shinichi, "She intends to kill you." But Shinichi refuses to believe anything against his mother. When she appears, her face transforms into a monstrous parasite. She attacks Shinichi, leaving him near death from blood loss. The next morning, Shinichi is shown healed. Migi explains, "You were badly injured, but I cured you with my cells." However, this means Migi's cells are now inside Shinichi, and he is partly infected. Shinichi begins searching for his mother, but fails to find her. Later, Migi reveals it must sleep 4 hours a day. During that time, Shinichi must fight alone. As time passes, Migi's traits start appearing in Shinichi. A student, who is actually a parasite introduced earlier, transfers into Shinichi's school. He pretends to be Shinichi's friend, but later murders many people. He even tries to kill Shinichi's buddy, but Shinichi saves him by jumping off a building. The teacher also arrives and sets off a bomb to kill that parasite student, but she survives while the student kills police officers. Miji then directs Shinichi to kill the parasite student using an arrow from a rooftop. Later, Shinichi demands the teacher reveal the police officer's parasite location. Finally, Shinichi fights the parasite that had taken over his mother. Since Miji was asleep, Shinichi fights alone but manages to kill it. He loses both his mother and the police officer Parasite. Shinichi visits the hospital to see his friend, vowing, "I will kill all parasites one by one." A spy is then shown taking their photos. This ends part one of the movie.